So, a few days ago, I came out with this video about Tyre sleeping with the cop's baby mom. I've seen multiple people talk about this, and I honestly don't know who to believe. But the family is saying it's not true. Roll a clip.
Don't anybody believe that mess. They're trying to get out of this, but they're not.
At a time when Rodney Wells should be grieving the death of his son, instead he's having to address what he calls rumors. Wells took time outside his home at a prayer vigil Monday to address protesters. This is a scene where a makeshift memorial now stands in honor of 29-year-old Tyre Nichols. Monday, the prayer vigil took place in the very spot where Nichols had that second encounter with officers.
The police tried to cover it up. They still is trying to spread rumors about my son that are not true. For anybody who thought that these rumors was true, they are not.
Just feet from Monday's prayer vigil, if protesters looked up high, there they saw the sky camera that's now shown the world what Nichols endured.
To know that my son was calling out my wife's name, and we was not able to hear him, to help him, was devastating.
But the person who broke the story is doubling down with another 4-hour live. Roll a clip.
On that TV. And again, we the ones that broke the story about the baby mother of Demetrius Haley. We broke the story, and the rest of the world ran with it. Now, Fox News, I've sent my story to every news outlet. Fox News, CNN, NBC. I've sent them to all of them. And I told them, Nan broke the story, and this is what's going on.
I don't know, man. People saying he's wrong, but he's saying the family wouldn't know because it's still under investigation. And he says this Newsweek article explains that.
Erica Williams, the director of communications at the Shelby County District Attorney's Office, clarified Newsweek that rumors about Nichols having a connection to the woman may have not been confirmed yet. We know that there have been questions about other officers and fire department personnel on the scene, persons remotely operating cameras, the potential of false reporting, among other things. We are now at the stage of our investigation where we are looking to all of these matters, Williams told Newsweek. Following the death of Nichols, rumors circulated on social media that there was a connection between the ex-girlfriend and our ex-wife of Haley and Nichols. Breaking news, I am being told that Nichols was in a relationship and worked at the Memphis FedEx with the Memphis police, Demetrius Haley's ex-girlfriend and baby mama. After the beaten officer, Haley took pictures of Tyre's face and sent them to his baby mama, actor CJ Mojer wrote on Twitter. Newsweek previously conducted a fact check surrounding the claim as unverified due to lack of evidence. Additionally, Facebook user John Best said he recently spoke to Nichols' parents, who said the rumor was not true. Now, how in the fuck? After the introduction, I asked them any message that they want me to send to the community. Yes, with the stern form. He said, squash that rumor about our son dating one of those officers' wives or girlfriend. Squash that rumor. This is not true. Best, who is the general manager for the school's radio TV station, he wrote. In a tweet Wednesday afternoon, Alex Capiro of News Nation wrote, reclaims of Tyrese was in a relationship with the ex-partner of Officer Demetrius Haley and that Nichols was targeted because of it. A spokesman for Nichols' family attorney says they have no evidence to support that. Not saying that it ain't true. They're saying they have no evidence. It's under investigation.
Yeah, so you can see he's doubling down. I'm honestly gonna assume that the parents are way more informed than a YouTuber, but he seems really confident.
You dumb motherfuckers, they're not saying that it's not true. What they're saying is it's under investigation. So for Tyre step-pappy to come out and make a claim and say that it's not true and try to shut it, how the fuck would he know if the investigation is still open? He called the cops a liar. He said the cops covered up shit. And then he sat up there and said, it ain't true. But how the fuck would you know that if the investigation is not closed? These people did not say that this is not true. What they're saying is they're investigating, because this could mean first-degree murder charges. If any of those officers said that this man told us to pull this person over because he had drugs on him, and they plotted this and they find out this, those officers are going to tell. And when they do, the story's gonna come out.
Yeah, he could be reaching. I don't know, to be honest. But let's also talk about the chief as well, because I'ma be honest with y'all. Some of y'all press me about this baby mama situation. Some of y'all press me about the chief. And some of y'all just need therapy, because there isn't any reason you should be getting this worked up about a YouTube video. But anyways, I looked into her. Was she dirty? According to what I read, she is, or was. In 2008, she was fired for telling 2 detectives not to investigate a child pedo case, where a female sergeant's husband was caught in pictures with a child in their birthday suit. The husband was convicted in 2009 and the chief was fired. In my opinion, that might have been one of the reasons why she acted so quickly in Tyre's case, because she didn't want that backlash. But I also found it interesting that people were calling her a single mom when she's married with a kid. To be honest with you, the assumptions were crazy, and I still think blaming this situation on her or single moms is crazy. Blaming this situation on anything but police brutality is crazy. But anyways, bonus clip.
What's up, guys? So a lot of you know me for my Spanish content, but a lot of you also know that I was a former Memphis police officer between the years of 2016 and 2021. And I just want to give some insight into the Tyre Nichols incident that's going on with my former police department, so stay tuned. So people have been asking me, I left the department in the end of 2021 after 5 years of service, and people ask me all the time, what do you think about the Tyre Nichols incident moving forward? And there are some points that I want to point out after watching the video and kind of seeing what's been going on in Memphis that I think will be really interesting to you. So 2 of the 5 officers I did patrol with personally and did have a personal relationship with 2 of the 5. So I'm going to be talking from a personal standpoint and from a standpoint as a former Memphis police officer and what I see moving forward. And even though I know 2 of the 5 personally and have patrolled with them personally and had a relationship with them, this in no way excuses any of their actions that partook about 2 weeks ago with the Tyre Nichols incident. The first thing that I want to talk about, which is utter BS, is you'll see a lot of conservatives, but you see a lot of far-right conservatives that say, why did he run? He would still be alive if he ran. That's not a guarantee. So the first thing that came out was that this all started because this was a reckless driving. But now the chief of the department is saying that there is no evidence of reckless driving, which means you can't say that if he never ran that he would still be alive when the stop was illegal in the first place. Now, I have had to pull out people, rip people out of a car aggressively at gunpoint with foul language many a times. But most of those people were murderers, robbers, sexual assaulters, the worst of the worst, where you needed to meet violence with violence. Never once did I put my gun in the face of somebody who I suppose for reckless driving, right? So from the get-go, you have a man who was not guilty of anything fleeing from the police because he's scared, because he doesn't even know why he's getting pulled over in such an aggressive manner. So as a black male, I probably would have ran too, and I was the police for 5 years. Number 2, there is no way, form, or fashion that you take a police boot and you strike a man's face multiple times while he's on the ground. No form, no way, no fashion. There is no way that is excusable. I don't care who you're fighting. A kick to the face right here, that could be lethal. And unless you're trying to intentionally kill somebody, that is not a tactic that is taught, nor should ever be used. Number 3, if you are a police officer, I don't care how cool you are, people, you never, ever, ever let your fellow officer do anything that you wouldn't let be done to you. You are just as guilty as the lynch mobs who used to lynch black people and watch them die and get lynched, even though they never put a hand on them. You are just as guilty. And my last point, everybody from the beaters to the paramedics to the regular officers on the scene that stood there and watched is going to lose their job, and should, because once you look at somebody, no matter what crime they did, and you take the human out of them, you have now also lost your humanity and now your freedom.
I'm done covering this topic. Rest in peace, Tyre. That's all I got for y'all. Hit the like, comment, share, subscribe, and I'm out.